Brazilian Ronaldo burst onto the European football scene 30 years ago at PSV, and he was loved throughout his career despite playing for rival clubs, with his genius leading him to lifting the Ballon d'Or in 1997. However, injuries took away a lot from Ronaldo, limiting his career. It didn't stop him, however, from lifting yet another Ballon d'Or in 2002 after winning the World Cup with Brazil. But I still feel like we were kind of robbed of some of his magic because of those injuries. So today I'm going to become Ronaldo's agent using the 94-95 retro database, helping him decide what clubs to join throughout his career, to try and match or beat the Ballon d'Ors that he won, but also to lift the Champions League trophy. Because somehow that is a trophy that Ronaldo never managed to get his hands on. So let's begin his career at the end of the first season at PSV. Now, a reminder that this is Ronaldo's first season in Europe after his move from Cruzeiro to PSV, and this season started off very well. At the beginning of the season, Arsene Wenger then took over the PSV job and adopted his 4-4-2 formation, which really suited Ronaldo. Ronaldo became PSV's key player at just 18 years old, but unfortunately PSV didn't in fact win the league title because, of course, Ajax is also in the league. They only, though, finished 4 points behind. And as you can see, although Jari Litmanen won the Golden Boot in the Eredivisie, 2 PSV players finished behind, with Luke Nillis getting 31 goals as well, the Belgian from PSV, but Ronaldo got 17, which doesn't sound a lot, but he in fact only played 22 games. But you can already tell that Ronaldo is going to be a world-class player. We've got fantastic attributes at such a young age, both foot as well, which is really good, and the player traits that are just to die for a player like Ronaldo. At 18 years of age, he's already attracting more transfer business. There's a lot of options for us to go to, but I will be making one strict rule, in that when I decide to move him, it has to be to a club that has active interest in him. Maybe all the way up until the end of the career, when I feel like, just for sentimental reasons, I can send him back to Brazil. So after giving it a quick think over, I decided that maybe it is best if we move Ronaldo this early on in his career, because he might end up moving without me really having much of a decision about it. And the beauty about these retro databases is the valuations are rather accurate as to the time frame back in 1995, meaning that if a club has roughly £10 million in the transfer budget, they could likely buy them, and already there's a couple of clubs there that Ronaldo actually played for in Barcelona and Inter Milan. But the decision I need to make is whether he'll get game time at these clubs. I need to go through and make sure that he's going to fit into the first team in the first season. He's already playing first team football. He needs more first team football for him to develop, because ultimately he isn't going to develop very well if he's just sat on somebody's bench. And so that's what I did. I went through each of the clubs and had a look at their strikers and roughly give a guess as to how much game time Ronaldo would get. At Inter Milan, it seemed very unlikely, with the likes of Del Vecchio up there with Dennis Bergkamp and a couple of good options on the bench. And even at Barcelona, where of course he actually went in real life under Johan Cruyff, they don't exactly play a very favourable formation, and they've just bought Van Basten, who is probably more likely to play than Ronaldo at this point in a one-striker formation. Oh, not to mention that Romario's also there, but however, he is gonna leave by the looks of it, because his contract does run out and he hasn't renewed one, so that's again a really good free transfer. He might not actually be there. However, my mind was made up when I seen Bayern Munich managerless and just finishing in second place in the league behind Dortmund, because I feel like I can take the risk with a lot of the managers using a 4-4-2 formation. They don't exactly have the best strikers, and they are actually trying to get rid of a couple of them. Not to mention, it's kind of a great place to go for Ronaldo to win over the fans, who are very disappointed after sacking their manager because they haven't won the league. They also have great finances and have £50 million in the bank, so I think our decision is made, and I think that's where Ronaldo is going to go. And so we gave PSV Eindhoven £9 million to move the Brazilian to Bayern Munich. But by season 2, was this going down as a good move for Ronaldo or not? Yeah, it was. Because Ronaldo scored 27 goals in just 29 games for Bayern Munich in what was a fantastic season for them. And he very much succeeded in a Kenny Dalglish Bayern Munich side rocking a 4-4-2. claiming back the Bundesliga title just on goal difference, which you can probably thank Ronaldo for as he won the Golden Boot, scoring 27 goals. It was also probably a good idea that he left the Eredivisie because Romario went to Ajax and scored 17 goals and got 10 assists. Now we're also here to see the development in Ronaldo. We can see that straight away. He's become a bit of a monster type player, isn't he? And looking at his milestones, the move to the Bundesliga was a good one. He won a lot of awards being there. No other cup competitions just yet, but I'm sure they're all to come for this young man. And it wasn't very long into the second season before people were already noticing his talents and bigger clubs started to knock on the door. But who's bigger than Bayern Munich, you ask? Well, just a little Spanish club known as Real Madrid, who have expressed a lot of interest, active interest as well, in Ronaldo. Yeah, but I'm not convinced that's the right move for him just yet. Maybe down in the future, but not just yet. They have an abundance of really good attacking threats already at the club. They have like Zamorano, who's there at 29. They have Raul coming through the door, who's only 19, who will be challenging for a role as well. Luis Enrique's still there. I just don't think it's a good move. And so Ronaldo stayed at Bayern Munich and under the tactics of Kenny Dalglish for the next 2 seasons broke all kinds of silly records. And I'm sorry, but we're going to have to watch that goal again because that is absolutely delicious. I mean, he brings it down on his chest and volleys it. How has he done that? In terms of the league title, Bayern Munich won 3 on the bounce and this season went completely unbeaten, getting 98 points and only drawing 2 games. And let's remember that they only play 34 games in the Bundesliga because Ronaldo just got back-to-back 37 goal seasons, with him only scoring 37 in just 30 games this season and 32 the season before that. And it gets one better as well, because Ronaldo played and scored in the Champions League final, lifting the trophy for Bayern Munich in a 3-2 win against Real Madrid. Meaning Ronaldo on this at age just 21 has managed to win the one trophy he could never get his hands on, the Champions League. We are at an age though where Ronaldo actually won the Ballon d'Or. He won it at age 21. He's now 21 in this game, and to be honest, winning the Champions League is kind of a sign that you might be up for it. But at the end of his 3rd season in Munich, there's one club that's active for him right now that might be the best move for him, and it's Manchester United, run by Sir Alex Ferguson. And Manchester United came in with just £6.75 million, and for some reason Bayern Munich decided to accept. I mean, obviously I'm quite happy as a Manchester United fan myself. Growing up, there were 3 players that I always wanted Manchester United to sign. One of them was Brazilian Ronaldo, and to be honest, I'd love to tell you the other 2, but I'm kind of curious at your guesses, so see if you can guess them down in the comments. Remember, I'm about 32 years of age now. Ronaldo around about 2000. I was only 8 years old. That's when I wanted him to sign. When he moved to Real Madrid, I was hoping he would go to Manchester United. What players would you think around that era that I would have wanted in a Manchester United shirt? By the way, as you're on your way down there, make sure you press that subscribe button because 50% of you have not done so, and I don't know what I've got to do to persuade you to press it. Back to the task in hand, and shockingly, Ronaldo wasn't even in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or winners this year. Robbie Fowler ended up winning it for Liverpool. And again, I don't really understand why, but he won it for this season here. 26 goals in 30 appearances with 12 assists is impressive, but they didn't exactly win anything. If you're looking at when he won the Ballon d'Or, it was actually off the back of winning the FA Cup. So we need some justice for Brazilian Ronaldo, as 21 goals in 29 games in his first season in the Premier League is okay, but I feel like it was hampered by a big injury, and we've got one there. A major injury, a sports hernia, which left him out for a whole month, meaning he did miss quite a lot of games. Didn't exactly hamper his development because he's looking absolutely phenomenal, and he still managed to pick up the Premier League this season. 91 points to 83 above Liverpool. And this is where Manchester United's dominance started, because not only did they win another Champions League, which meant Ronaldo now has 2, but they also won 4 back-to-back Premier League titles And Ronaldo was the top scorer this season with 34 goals in just 27 games in his second season in Manchester. So 2 Premier League trophies, a Champions League winners medal, and 34 goals in like 27 games. Surely that is enough to win the Ballon d'Or, right? Wrong! Thierry Henry won it for Inter Milan, the team that Manchester United defeated in the Champions League final, only getting 24 goals in 39 games. And yet again, he wasn't even nominated in the top 3. So in came a new strike partner in Andrei Shevchenko for just £6.5 million. And this is where Manchester United went on an absolute rage, winning everything they possibly could this year and letting Ronaldo really loose off the hook. This Manchester United side, by the way, is rather impressively built because all the best players are here. Ronaldo is up front with Shevchenko, Beckham's on the right, Ryan Giggs is still on the left, but in midfield, Patrick Vieira's there, alongside Desailly at age 33, Cafu's at right back, Nesta and Cannavaro are the 2 centre-backs, which is Mento. De Boer is the left-back. I mean, obviously, Carlos would be favourable there, but needs must. Julio Cesar is the goalkeeper, age 22, but Buffon's there, probably better option as well. They've still got Christian Vieri, Edgar Davids, Sammer's there, who's one of the world's best players at that point too. And there's still more. Cantona is there, Schmeichel is retiring, Claude Makelele. This team is absolutely mental. And there's no surprises that they went on to win the Premier League for the 6th time in a row now, with Liverpool finishing runners-up every single season. Not only that, Manchester United went on to beat Ajax on penalties in the Champions League final, which means yet again Ronaldo has won another Champions League. So has this been enough to lift the Ballon d'Or? Finally, he has been recognised as the best player in the world and has won the Ballon d'Or, with Figo finishing in 2nd place and Del Piero in 3rd. But this happy moment didn't last very long in Ronaldo's career, because then a problem occurred. And the problem in question was actually his strike partner Andrei Shevchenko. And the problem was, he had to live in his shadow. Because you see, for 3 seasons in a row, Shevchenko scored more or equaled the amount of games that he played, while also getting sometimes 10 and 11 assists for Manchester United, which was way better than Ronaldo's current record of the last 3 seasons, although Ronaldo's record was still rather impressive, with him getting more goal contributions than games played. Both of them were trying to steal the limelight in Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United that was still going on to win all of the league titles. In fact, they have done a dominant force right now in not only the Premier League, but in the Champions League as well. If we go and have a look at the Champions League, we're now up to 8, and that is because they have won 4 in a row, with the one that they have just won against AC Milan being 3-2, and Ronaldo scoring all 3 goals. But look who won the Ballon d'Or in both seasons, with Ronaldo actually finishing in 2nd place after that hat-trick winning Champions League season. It's Andrei Shevchenko. And so, with my client being 29 years old now and one of the best strikers, if not the best striker in the world, with a number of different accolades, I was starting to contemplate whether it's time to move. I decided to give it 1 more season. However, destiny took over, because when I came back from simulating the season, Ronaldo had moved to Real Madrid in a £35 million transfer, but he had only played 18 games and scored 13 goals. And that's when I realised he had 2 major injuries, tearing his hamstring and having a hip injury, missing 2 months each time. While his old mate Andrei Shevchenko won his 3rd Ballon d'Or in a row. At this point, I kind of just want a bit of redemption. I want Ronaldo to enjoy the rest of his career in Spain or wherever it will take us. I kind of just want him to enjoy it, win some trophies, and just be the best player. And then hopefully another Ballon d'Or will come around, but if it doesn't, I'm not too mad about it. I know the whole challenge was to kind of better Ronaldo's actual career, but look at the career he's already had. The amount of Champions Leagues he's already won with 2 different clubs. I think one extra Ballon d'Or is not going to top what he's already done. He's also at a club in Real Madrid that, let's face it, are one of the best in the world. They've actually won 6 La Ligas in a row, so they have every opportunity of winning more Champions Leagues here. Because the team that Jorge Valdano has is absolutely incredible. We've got Overmars, Figo, there's even obviously JJ Okocha, Thierry Henry is here, Robert Pires, Zanetti. The names are just huge amounts of talent, and Ronaldo is at the forefront when he is fit. And I was right in thinking so, because his second season at Real Madrid was a lot better. He didn't quite hit the heights he did while he was at Manchester United, scoring 34 in 27, but 24 in 32 is still rather respectable, and of course picking up a league title and a Copa del Rey along the way. Although this season actually ended on a bit of a down note, because Manchester United won the Champions League with Shevchenko scoring the winner and getting 2 after Ronaldo put Real Madrid 2-0 up after just 9 minutes. But that actually means that this Manchester United side has reached the Champions League final about 7 times in a row and won 6 of them, only missing out 1 year and winning it the year before that. I mean, my childhood was quite good anyway as a Manchester United fan. The amount of league titles we won, going into school and bragging that I was supporting the best club in the world, but imagine we won that many Champions Leagues as well. That had just been insane. But then we just went and did exactly what we said we would do. We'd allow Ronaldo to just enjoy his career and see how it played out at Real Madrid. And after 6 seasons at Real Madrid, he became an icon there, scoring so many goals, getting 28, 27 goal seasons, 31 in 29 with 13 goals at age 34. And this season, coming off the back of a 21 and 19 assist season, he is aged 35. And he is still doing incredible things in a Real Madrid shirt. Trophy-wise, he's winning something almost every single season, with at least being the La Liga or the Copa del Rey, even a UEFA Cup every now and then. There's no Champions Leagues, and unfortunately there's no Ballon d'Ors. A Real Madrid player had won it since he had gone there in Thierry Henry, but after that Fernando Morientes won at age 33 and Samuel Eto'o's pick up back-to-back while at Juve. What actually shocks me more is that no Manchester United players are winning it, because if you look at the past winners, they're still getting to the final every single season. I don't know how they're doing it. But of course, as we get towards the end of Ronaldo's career, I have to start thinking of what would my client want. And yes, he's enjoying himself at Real Madrid, but he's 35 now. This might be the last time he can really keep up with the pace at a top level in European football. And he's Brazilian. He didn't really spend that much time in Brazil as a youngster. I think I know where he needs to go next. And so, age 36, he will be playing his final years in Brazil at Cruzeiro, who he did come through at one point. It's where he really made his debut there, getting 12 goals in 14 games before he made his move to PSV Eindhoven. And what a career we have given him. I don't know whether it's better or worse than his real-life career. In terms of goals, it's definitely better. In terms of injuries, he's had a much better time. The World Cup's kind of broken on this retro database. Ronaldo, I think, has had a better time in this world as my client than what he did in real life. I made sure I kept the leash on him to the point where he wasn't going out too much and partying, and he could really enjoy his football more. And I think he's definitely done that. And that's where Ronaldo's love story with football has come to an end. Age 35, he has decided to retire just 1 day after we have come back here, after 2 seasons in Brazil and 2 decent seasons as well. In his first season, he got 19 goals in 37 games, just the 8 in season number 2, but he very much became a bit part player. And milestones, I mean, let's just take a look one last time. He's won so many different trophies, the final big one being the UEFA Cup, but he's won the Copa del Rey, La Liga, the Champions League more than 5 times, I think it is. Premier Leagues, FA Cups, Bundesligas, he's done the lot. What a fantastic career for, quite frankly, a fantastic player. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy it. Why not check out this video here, because my dad and I did a Youth to Goal challenge. You can watch the whole thing in this video right now.